recorded my reaction to this. I didn't really think it was worth uploading because I didn't say much. I kind of just tried to take it in for what it was. Basically, I'm basically gonna spoil it in this video. What happens? They pretty much get the ending. Premise fails like they said it would. Well, premise fails. They basically erase everything. All the multiverse. They delete basically the multiverse. They get rid of it so there's no trails left behind. And at the end, you see Samantha and Eddie walking into like the light because they're pretty much the last two. They're like escaping that whole hell basically. And the part that hit me the hardest, I thought the cutscene was good. My biggest gripe with it is the fact that it's 2D animated, and I know that a lot of that has to do with like stuff that went on at Treyarch during this whole thing. I think that took away a lot from the impact this cutscene could have had, like the potential impact this cutscene could have had. I think it was still a great cutscene. A lot of people are saying otherwise. I watched it the first time, didn't like it the first time. I watched it a second time, kind of hit me a little bit harder the second time. But yeah, I basically tried to gather my thoughts before I made a video on this because there's a lot to break down. But the ending is basically, Samantha and Eddie walking out. And the part that hit me the hardest, you don't even see, Premise and Ultimus like 3D rendered. You just hear their voices and they're talking about, their perfect ending and what they wanted. And I think that's what hit the hardest because that is the ending they get, because you hear them talking about from the heart what they want. And I don't know, man, like I said, a lot of people haven't been liking the cutscene. Right when I saw it, I tweeted out about it. I was like, Revelations doesn't sound too bad now, huh? But the more I think about it, the more I realize this cutscene basically was a perfect homage to what the zombies community is and has kind of developed into, whether that be good or bad. I think my main gripe is the fact that it all had to be wrapped up so quickly. Like Alpha Omega didn't put it in the place that it needed to be in the short time that it did. It didn't develop enough of the story for this to kind of stand on its own two legs. I think a lot more development needed to be done. I think playing as Victus took away a lot from the impact that the cutscene could have had as well, because I mean, we haven't played as Victus since Black Ops 2, so we don't have that emotional connection to those characters like we would do with Nikolai, Takio, Dempsey, and Richtofen. We have that strong emotional connection to them because we played with them all through Black Ops 3, collecting the souls. We haven't even seen Victus since Black Ops 2 in their full form in game. I think it's just a lot of creative decisions like that kind of took away from it. I think at its full potential, this cutscene had a lot of potential. I think it's just a few small things that take away from it, especially the absence of Dr. Monty. He kind of just, Maxis like sacrificed himself, and Monty's still there, but he just kind of isn't in the picture anymore. They delete the multiverse, so he's basically gone, but he barely even gets a mention in the cutscene. I think they bring him up like once in the cutscene, even though in Black Ops 3 he was built up to be, the almighty enemy. And they talk about how the Great War was basically unwinnable, but I still think the inclusion of him in either the map, built into the Easter egg storyline, where the cutscene would have had so much more of an impact in terms of what we learned from Black Ops 3 and all the story development that was done in that game. But yeah, the more I watch it and the more I kind of look at these stills of them around the campfire and then, them basically everything disappearing and everything going away and Sam and Eddie walking into that light, the more it kind of hits me that it's pretty much all over. And it's happy, it's sad. I think a lot of us should appreciate the story that was told. I think we hold a little bit too much of an impact on this being the perfect ending. And no, it's not the perfect ending. Not even close. I think, like I said, a lot could have been done. But I think we can appreciate it for what it is. So I don't know. Those are basically my first thoughts about the cutscene. I don't know how you guys feel. I'd love to know what you think down in the comments below. Like I said, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter hating it. Just basically trashing on it. I kind of did the same thing right when I watched it because I was not upset but kind of frustrated with how it played out. But the more I think about it, the more I really like how we get their true thoughts out on the page about what they want out of life and what they got out of life. So I don't know, this is kind of a random video. I just kind of want to talk about it because this game has had a huge impact on my life. I mean, I've met so many people through this game that I couldn't even begin to tell you. I mean, they know who they are. And I mean, hey, it's cheesy, but maybe it was all about the journey and not the destination. I mean, I I started this at World at War, man. 2009. I still have my PS3 trophy from when I threw my first monkey bomb. That sounds so cheesy out loud. I literally have my PlayStation trophy on my account that says like the time and day that I threw a monkey bomb for the first time. And that's, like I said, that sounds so stupid, but like that's so weird to me how it's all over. But I look back on it now and I'm grateful for it. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. I should have a new video up tomorrow. I know this is really late, but I kind of just wanted to throw this together to kind of get my thoughts out there because it's, like I said, it's a lot to break down. So with that being said, as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.